Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I have quite the game for you. Don't leave yet. It is a carrier game, but it is quite interesting. First off, I apologize if there's some background noise for this video. There's some construction going on down the street, and it is very, very, very loud, so I apologize if there's a rumble in the background or something. So here we have Kriller. He is a member of TSIOF and part of our Alpha team, and he's playing the Tier 8 Japanese carrier Shokaku. Now, the other carrier is an Enterprise, being played by a player named Warlord78 of '07. He's a Super-Unicum CV player, playing the Enterprise, the most broken ship in the game. Well, till Slava comes out fully, but you get the point. He's a very, 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 very good player, playing a very overpowered ship. And I'm not much of a carrier player, so I can't speak on the ability of the Shokaku, but Kriller is not a CV main. So he's tasked with being the CV player for his game against one of the best CV players on the North American server, playing one of the most broken, overpowered carriers. So, yeah. Alright, so Kriller has spotted most of the enemy team. This is a tier 10 game, by the way, so Kriller has been double up-tiered in a carrier. Now, it depends on the carrier, really, but being double up-tiered is just as hard on most carriers, except for, like, the Enterprise and Lexington, as it is on other tier 8 ships. The Graf Zeppelin especially gets really, 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 really a big disadvantage when it gets up-tiered, and the Graf Zeppelin is the carrier I play most often, and Kriller gets a nice 8,000 damage salvo off on the Talon with his rocket planes. So he's sending out what are these? These are his torpedo bombers. Now, yeah, I don't play a lot of carriers, and I really don't play a whole lot of Japanese carriers. I actually haven't played a Japanese carrier. I've only played the Graf Zeppelin, the American carriers, and the British carriers up to the Indomitable. So what's really interesting, I was noticing this when I was recording the replay the first time, the way these Japanese planes carry their torpedoes, they're just slightly off-center to the left. That's an interesting way to carry the torpedo. If anyone can explain why to me, please let me know in the comments down below. Now what Kriller's doing here is he's preserving his planes for later in battle. He dropped 2 attack waves of his torpedo bombers off, so they go back to the carrier and be waiting for him when he needs them again. That's definitely a practice most CV players do, especially when you get up-tiered this hard. If you've never seen a carrier do that, that's pretty rare, unless they're like a tier 10 carrier like the Haku or something, and they just really know what they're doing. But most carrier players will do that, especially since when you get to late game and you've lost a lot of planes, the reload time gets pretty lengthy. He appears to be doing the same thing here with the dive bombers, or nope, he just started to dive for some reason. So these are his dive bombers now. He's going over to the A cap. It looks like the friendly Ostergotland has captured B. The enemy team, they have done an all 3 cap split, looks like. They have it limbing to one side or the other. They've sent, again, not sure if this is on purpose or not, but they've sent roughly the same amount of ships to each cap. Now, Kriller's team, looks like the majority of them are over at C. You got the one Ostergotland that nabbed B. And then you've got about 4 ships over at A, including Kriller. It's like Kriller's going after the Venezia. Oh, the Venezia. That ship. I don't have very fond memories of the Venezia after playing so much Clan Wars. Gets 1 Citadel off on him and flies out of there. Yes, the Venezia. That ship is, whew. If you played this Clan Wars season, I'm sure your feelings toward the Venezia are about the same as mine are toward it. It's been a very painful season. Bunch of Hakurus and Venezias. Normally 1 Hawk, 6 Venezia. Whew. Clan Wars or something else this season. So far things seem to be pretty stale. Nobody has lost any ships yet. The Ostergotland is the only ship that's capped. Funnily enough, he doesn't have a smoke screen. He managed to cap in front of 1, 2, 3, 4 ships, including a Fletcher that could easily outgun him. So that's happening. It looks like the Sovietsky Soyuz Let's put on his big boy pants and is capping the C cap up. There we go. Enemy Musashi just killed the friendly buffalo. Looks like Kriller has his rocket planes out yet again and is going after the Drake, the British Tier 8 heavy cruiser. And what will we get off of him that time? Only a 1,400 damage salvo. Sad, considering how weak the British heavy cruiser's armor is. That could have easily been another fantastic salvo. So, looks like the friendly team is trying to push C. They certainly have the numbers advantage, although they do have to deal with a Kremlin, a Worcester, and a Yami. But they do have a GK, a Soyuz, and a Malfi, and a Donskoy, and a Hindenburg over at the C cap right now. Again, Kriller dropping his planes, considering there's torpedo planes for late game. So Drake just took a big hit, and now he's activating his super heal. Talon's in the back at 5,000 health. Looks like Kriller is going to go for this Aegir, though. He's pretty stuck where he's at. The Drake, he could drop it, but the Drake's, cruisers are so maneuverable, he could easily avoid it. The Aegir is a super cruiser, not as maneuverable as a normal cruiser, and he's kind of pressed up against an island, so a pretty good target to go for. And what will he do to that? Okay, he got one torpedo on. I guess the Aegir managed to dodge the torpedo, the second torpedo. Did get a flooding on him though, and looks like that flooding is sticking. The Aegir's damage con is more than likely on cooldown right now. Aegir's also a very lovely tier 9 supercruiser. Friendly Hindenburg just took out the enemy booster, so it looks like things are going well over at the C cap right now. That annoying beeping sound you're hearing is Kriller pulling up to the island at H6. He's going to hide behind that. Now, it does look like most of the enemy team has managed to migrate over here to the western cap, which means it's probably going to be a pretty big push over here, which Kriller may want to look at running. Again, you don't really know in random battles because the team could group up, then they could just sit there, and that's what you see a lot of nowadays. But they could group up, and they could also push through. In that case, there's only 2 ships plus Kriller over down there at the A cap. Ooh, gets a 6,000 damage salvo off on the Musashi, and starts a fire. Nice, torpedo bombers are out yet again. It's like the friendly Gascon. This is a ship you don't see a whole lot. The tier 8 premium French battleship. Took a shot at the Drake but missed. That's unfortunate for that Gascon. Yeah, Gascon, main battery guns aren't really that accurate. It's kind of a meme ship. It's okay if you get into brawling situations because it does have pretty good secondaries. But again, French armor, it's trolly. Sometimes you'll tank everything, sometimes you'll get deleted by one shell. Oh, French armor. Looks like Kriller is weighing his options. Looked like he was going to go after the Musashi, but he is realizing that the situation at A has not developed into a good one for his team. So he's going for the Venezia. No, he's going for the Aegir again. There we go. Starting his run. Now, German cruisers do have pretty good AA. I mean, German ships in general have decent AA. The German battleships especially because, you want to build into secondaries if you have a German battleship, and that naturally buffs the AA, and that Aegir took 1 torpedo. And ships like the Hindenburg before the CV rework was actually quite the plane blender if you built for it. And most of the other German cruisers have okay to decent AA. And let's see what's happening now. The replay's not showing, but I'm assuming Kriller just plotted a waypoint for his Shokaku. The planes are getting chewed up pretty bad right now. These are his rocket planes. And looks like he's going for what? Oh, he's going to provide AA cover to the Ostergotland. Yeah, the Pan-Euro DDs, they got strong AA, but man, Enterprise just don't care. Look at them. And plus, it is being played by a Super-Unicum CV player who knows exactly what he's doing. Okay. Again, I'm assuming right now he's placing his waypoint. Because he needs to get out of there or he will become a dead CV. Again, dropping bombs to preserve them. Ooh, the camera's doing some wonky stuff now. There we go. He's going to drop on the Drake. Look how maneuverable these planes are. A little bit more maneuverable than the American planes, it seems at least. Oh, did he overshoot it? The answer is no. He gets the Drake. Look at that. You go, Kriller. Alright, so he's at 77,000 damage now, 100,000 damage spotted, 6,000 plane damage, and the friendly team they have the two caps, but they are down 4 ships to the enemy's 2 ships. Again, Kriller setting a new waypoint, I believe. That's the thing with the AI. The AI for the carriers is still like stupid. I'm assuming he had to back himself up and then place the waypoint to tell his carrier where he wants it to go. And actually, he wants to be heading up to the sea cap right about now. Now, the thing is, right now, the friendly team does not need to do anything to win except survive. They have the 2 caps. Any team that hasn't even capped this game. But the friendly team is doing a very poor job of surviving. That's the thing for you guys to remember when you're playing randoms. You don't need to win harder. You really don't. The only time you should really be pushing when you're winning is if like you have like a 2-to-1 ship advantage. If that, and if you're in a good position to do so. Ooh, GK just slapped the crap out of that Venezia. You don't need to win harder because winning is a huge boost to your XP and credit gain. So you don't want to jeopardize that. So here we go. He's bombing this Venezia. Will he delete him? Only 13,000 health. Holds onto these bombs to the last second and gets a Citadel. Drops him down to just 5,900 health, but not enough to finish him off. Kriller sitting at 87,000 damage done so far. And there goes the friendly Grosser. Kriller first to the Venezia that he slapped. Oh, the irony. So the enemy team hasn't capped yet. Their DD's still up. Up there goes the friendly Stavisky Soyuz. The brave man who capped C earlier. Ah, there's their DD. That's why they haven't capped yet. Their DD's up north at the C cap. Looks like he's trying to hunt down the Hindenburg. Or maybe he's trying to slip behind the Hindenburg, but he got caught. Kriller now going after the Agir. Oh, he's going after the Talon. Is he going to finish off the Talon? Looks like he's aiming to do that. Talon? I don't know. I haven't played the Talon yet. I didn't get it during the Soviet cruiser event. Oh! Drops it down to 1,000 health. But breaks its torpedo tube. I think he knocked out a turret as well. Or is that an A? I think there's an A module he actually knocked out. Okay, so now the enemy team has a Fletcher and a Yami at the C cap against the Hindenburg and a Yami. And their team has just gathered north of the A cap. And again, if they would have pushed by now, they would have steamrolled the 1, 2, 3 ships left at A, and they would be on Kriller's stern right now. Ooh, friendly Yami takes out the enemy Yami. And friendly Gascon takes out the extremely low health Talon, so there we go. Okay, so now it's 6 ships to 7 ships. A close game so far. But the enemy team needs to get on some caps if they want to win. And it looks like they are, yeah, this Musashi is finally pushing up into A. Funny, the Musashi, the battleship with barely any AA, is the one having to push into the A cap in a carrier game when there's a Massachusetts right there. That's funny. Okay, now the Musashi has excellent torpedo protection, just like the Yami. So that may have tickled him a little bit. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Did the camera just freak out or the replay freak out? Okay, Kriller flubs that drop. It's like he's setting his rocket planes back up. I'm assuming to just start some fires on the Musashi and to reset the cap. Okay, enemy team at C is just the Fletcher now. Looks like the Hindenburg has turned the tables on the Fletcher and is now hunting him down. Kriller activating his speed boost to get into the cap faster. Now, the enemy team still hasn't capped this entire game. They've been going for just a kill everything approach, it seems. And it's pretty close still. If they would grab some caps, it would make it much closer. But it looks like the Musashi is currently focused on killing the Gascon. Yes, I believe he's shooting at the Gascon. Kriller gets 3 defense medals out of that and 8 pins. Kriller is about to cross the 100,000 damage threshold. Okay, looks like the enemy Baji is now pushing into the B cap. Okay, there we go. Warlord just took out the friendly Georgia. Alright, so Musashi's capping A. Baji's pushing into B. The replay freaked out there for a second. And Kriller is still running up north. Now the friendly Yami is having to fight the Agir and the Baji at the same time. Yami can bow tank both of these ships, but the Agir, if he switches to HE, he's got the DPM and the fire chance to really put a hurting on the Yami. Kriller drops his load on the Baji, gets 3 pins, sadly no citadels though. Is that HE? Okay, no, that was a Yami seconded. That better not have been HE from that Yami. Yeah, Yami could easily defeat the Baji, but the Agir is going to make it difficult for him. He is getting cross-fired by both the Baji and the Agir. Agir shooting AP into the Yami. What the heck? Okay, Enterprise. Warlord again. Just dunked on the Hindenburg, while Kriller just dunked on the Baji. Didn't kill him though, but took him down to 3,000 health. Ooh, Yami just got... Ooh, jeez, the Agir pin him for 12k? Dang. That's rough, buddy. But fortunately, because of the Baji getting a bit of tunnel vision on the Yami, he's now out of the B cap, and looks like the Agir is also going after the Baji. The Agir's going after the Hindenburg. Wow. Yeah, guys, gotta keep your eyes on the prize. But I guess they're keeping their eyes on the prize because they got 3 minutes till the match is over with, and they need to kill the Hindenburg, Kriller, and the Shokaku, and oh wow, okay, Hindenburg just nuked the Agir, and also there you go, Kriller got the flood out on the Agir, and the what else is left alive? The Gascon. So they need to kill the Gascon, Kriller, and the Shokaku, and the Hindenburg, and they've got 3 minutes to do it, and they're all at particularly low health, I do believe. Oh yeah, Hindenburg's at 288 health. Oof. Oh, he's dead now. Okay, so the Gascon is the last friendly ship alive on Kriller's team. Kriller is now spotted, and keep in mind there is a Musashi on the enemy team, and carriers aren't really tanky at all. The tier 10 ones are because they have the armored flight deck. I mean, they're not tanky, but from long range they can take a couple of hits more so than the tier 8 ones that battleship shells kind of just pass through their flight deck. So it's like Kriller's going after the Fletcher and also is trying to make his way up north. Now, of course, he needs to get the Fletcher because the Fletcher is the nearest ship to him that can obviously just take him out in one torpedo salvo. And all Kriller needs to do, and this Gascon needs to do, is survive in order to win. But keep in mind, Kriller's going up against one of the best CV players on the North American server, and hits the Fletcher with 1 round of rocket planes. Again, really needs to finish this guy off because this guy can make Kriller's life hell. He has the speed to get to Kriller before the rest of the enemy fleet does and keep him spotted. And again, the Musashi could easily just delete Kriller as well, but they're focusing on the Gascon right now. Ooh, sets up fire, breaks I think the torpedo tubes on the Fletcher, and gets the Confederate medal. Gascon is at 1,500 health. Enemy team has just under 2 minutes to take out Kriller. And let's see, Kriller still conserving torpedo planes with only 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game. I can't really laugh at that. I do that too in Graphics Zeppelin. It's kind of just I guess a habit by that time. And there we go. Kriller is the last alive against 5 enemy ships. Alright, coming with torp bombers on the Fletcher. Throw some torps in his face. Circles back around. Will the Fletcher eat these torpedoes? No, he doesn't eat those torpedoes. Kriller getting a very, very, very short run up on this Fletcher right now. Drops torpedoes. Now Kriller is eating some shells. I believe those were from, those are probably from the Musashi. And he gets the Fletcher with that last set of torpedoes from about point blank range. So now he just cut the time that he has to stay alive in even shorter via points. But the Venezia is missing him. Enterprise is coming after him now. There's Warlord coming in with torpedo planes. And at this point, I believe Kriller is taking manual control of his carrier in order to just dodge the shells for the next 30 or so seconds. Someone's shooting HE. Comes the Enterprise. He's focusing his AA all on the Enterprise's planes. And will he... Oh, are these torpedoes going to hit him? Yes, they are. Will they be enough to end his career? No, they will not be. Here come the Musashi shells. And time is up. Match is over. Kriller gets solo warrior against a Super-Unicum CV. Goes to show you that even a Super-Unicum and one of the most broken carriers in the game cannot carry a team that's unwilling to cap. You can't be passive and just, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that really does sum up a lot of higher tier games now, to where the teams are just so dang passive. If they just would have capped anything in that match, they would have been so much closer to winning. And they did wipe out all of Kriller's team. Keep that in mind. If they had capped 1 or 2 caps, they probably would have hit 1,000 points. But nope, they didn't cap. Lost the match because of that. Remember, guys, the objective is very important. Also, good job, Kriller. Alright, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're on our way to 15,000 subscribers. We're approaching that goal very fast thanks to you guys. Again, hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.